yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just bigging ourselves up. But sometimes we're thinking about way more than just pressing record on the camera. And we also offer way more than just recording on a camera. That is just picking myself up. I might not put this bit in.
Get wild if you're not in the mood right now, and it don't kill my vibe.
Hello, welcome back to this week's vlogs. So I'm in the office this morning. I've got Mike Tyson's hot boxing on because Paddy the Baddie's on there, and I absolutely love Paddy the Baddie. But I've been clearing SD cards out because we're off to film a podcast later on today, so we need all the cameras and stuff. That hence why I'm on my phone as well, because I don't want to waste any battery or SDs, because we're going to be filming using 3 or 4 cameras. And as you might be able to see over there, we're just packing all the podcast gear up and stuff ready for later as well. And I've got lots of stuff on charge, so we're fully maxed out, ready to go. So I'm just going to pack everything up so we're ready to go, no rushing around, and then get on with some work this morning. Hey! So Mike Tyson just said Doncaster. Now I remember lots of years ago when I was a kid growing up and stuff, there was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he used to put on like shows around boxers and all this type of stuff. And I remember that people used to say that he were friends with Mike Tyson, and we had Mike Tyson over before. And I'm pretty sure, actually, one of my best mates' dad, who used to be a limo driver, actually picked Mike Tyson up once from, like, the airport or wherever, and just took him from one place to another, or drove him around while I was here. And Mike Tyson, on his podcast, has just said Doncaster, and I'm like, Mike Tyson's talking about Doncaster. See, I told you Doncaster's famous. I mean, he actually said as well that it was quite rough and shit, but he hadn't probably been for like 25 years or something. First call of the day done. It was with John Whiteley, who works at DCLT. I don't know if he's based at the Point or I've met him a couple of times at the Dome, but they work all over this DCLT lot, don't they? I remember first seeing John as well when he hosted something. He hosted like a business event meeting and stuff, and there were like loads of like quite local big hitters and stuff there. And I just remember he talks proper like Yorkshire like I do and stuff, and it was this place where it's hard to describe. It was like a very corporate professional event, and I remember rocking up and I kind of gate crashed it with Kurt with the glasses, pink socks, and I just remember John being like a proper normal bloke from Donny hosting this entire businessy corporate thing, and I was like, this is really cool. I really like this. We need more people like us doing these hosting things. And then we've filmed together maybe once or twice since, and it's always a pleasure talking to John. He's a really, really top bloke. And hopefully now we're going to be working on a new project together, but I've just got some things to send over to him now, some dates and prices and stuff, and then we'll see where we go from there. But it's always good to start the week with like the potential. It doesn't even have to be like a done deal, but the potential of more deals coming in, more work coming in is always cool. So this geezer's arrived, and he's bought some knuckle dusters because he knows I live in his village now, and he doesn't know when he needs to defend himself.
Times are hard now. So what these are?
Oh wait there, that looks like Pac-Man. Yeah, go on, what are they?
What these are? These are fractals basically for lenses. So the idea is, this is the main one that I wanted. These two come with it, and I'm going to play with them, obviously. I'll be able to show you through the camera.
Whoa!
So, idea is, see that central circle? Everything stays in focus on there. So when shooting like a wedding or something along them lines, you'd hold this up in front of your camera lens. You're shooting, you aim the couple in that middle bit, so they're full in focus if you're just taking a normal photo. As you saw then, it then fractals all the stuff around. So if they're stood in front of like some fairy lights, or there's just like disco lights, or big love letters, Mr. and Mrs. letters, anything with lights, that'll then spin all around it. Gives it a cool effect. The other two do a similar thing. They're slightly different reflections. And as you can see, this one, because I've opened it, I'll show you this one as well. So again, how that one works, where you've got the cutout, obviously that gives you a bit that's going to be solid framing, they're going to be clear in focus. And again, fractals what's around it. A lot of it is a bit of practice. If I'm honest, I'm really looking forward to having to play.
Right, podcast time. Mount Pleasant. Worst places to film a podcast, isn't there? Hello. Cool. What about you, Nick? What sort have you been doing? Anything? Or have you got plans to do things? Or are you just excited that there's probably going to be thousands more people in the city than usual? Do you find that then? Do you find being in hospitality, you're almost like, not fully dependent, but you're like, the more activity happening in the town is always better for us? So we're back from the podcast. It went really, really well. Good conversation with good people in a really, really nice setting, by the way. Mount Pleasant is really nice.
It's quite pleasant.
Yeah, it's quite pleasant, you might say. What else are I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. One thing that we just wanted to point out was, this is how diverse our stuff sometimes is. So we once said we're not just cameramen who press record. So today's a good example of that, because obviously myself in particular was... Rob was taking care of all the cameras and the production and stuff while I was being the host. But before that, obviously, I'm helping with the setup. We're thinking about what table to use, where the lighting's coming from, setting all the gear up and stuff like that. But then my mind's also trying to half focus on, what am I talking about? Who am I talking to? What sorts of questions should I ask them? How can I get the best out of people that maybe haven't been on a podcast before? Or, you know, how can I make sure people that have been on a podcast don't overshadow people that haven't, and just make it a good all-round conversation and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just bigging ourselves up. But sometimes we're thinking about way more than just pressing record on a camera. And we also offer way more than just recording on a camera. That is just picking myself up. I might not put this bit in. So... end of vlog.
I'm gonna party until I drop. When I begin, I don't know how to stop. I can party on till the morning comes, till the sun goes up. We don't stop, no.